I'd like to thank everybody checking out today's broadcast, show, stream. We're watching Drizzt the Drow Ranger, number 5, loosely based on the books by the New York Times bestselling author R.A. Salvatore. This broadcast and overall channel is a dedication to Drizzt Do'Urden, the Dark Elf Ranger from the Dungeons & Dragons universe, and the hopes that within my lifetime I will see a true-to-heart, dedicated Legend of Drizzt video game. Thanks to ESO for allowing me to get to as close as possible at this time. Thanks for your time. Hope you enjoy the show. Hope you're a fan of Drizzt. Do yourself a favor, go pick up a copy of the first book, Legend of Drizzt Homeland. It's awesome. Going back to the questing ESO, very rusty at the moment, so we'll see how it goes. Well met. As Drizzt likes to say, as I like to say, happy farming. Or good farming.
Can Dark Elves, Nords, and Argonians actually work together? If not, this alliance is doomed. No one's allowed up here. She asked you to... an outlander? Isn't it enough she stuck me up here to guard the flame indefinitely, but now she's looking for help outside the house guard? What else can I expect after what happened the other night? Finban sent a barrel of his finest ale for Watch Captain Bethes's birthday. Powerful stuff. One cup and we could barely keep our eyes open. The entire regiment was knocked on its collective arse. When I came to my senses, I saw that the fire had gone out. Look, once I heard the crash along the shore, it was all I could do to get moving and raise the alarm. Cherish's water loves to loiter near the lighthouse. Maybe she noticed something. If you're intent on doing your job, you should talk to her.
Do you mind? Your dirty foot coverings are contaminating my pond. Do you mind? So direct you are. Makes my tongue wither and the answers dry up in my mouth. Go and bother someone else with your parching questions. No! There's no need to involve the governor's deputy or the house guard. When they start breathing down my neck, my scales shrivel right up. I did notice someone near the lighthouse that night. You keep asking the wrong question. I did not see anyone that night. I felt them. They made ripples in the water. I felt them stuck by the tree that overlooks my pond. Then they moved off towards the lighthouse. Look to the tree, moist one. I prefer my waters to remain still, calm. Try it.
Vardenfell can be a dangerous place. Slavers, rocks falling from the sky, a mountain threatening to explode. Makes me wonder what I'm still doing here. But who would feed these people if I left? I don't want that on my conscience. That's something to do with the tribunal, isn't it? I'm sorry, but I really try not to pay too much attention to the Dark Elves and their strange religion.
If you're traveling north and west, watch out for Ashlanders. House Redoran says they're savages. That's a good one! That tribunal nonsense is almost as funny as some of the things I heard in Hrothgar.
An outlander. I can never seem to get enough of your kind here. You're welcome. What? What did you say? I suggest you leave now before I set the guards upon you.
Despite all the excitement around the recent shipwreck, I'm in here, guarding the governor's office. Word of advice, don't mention anything about the tribunal to the governor. He's not happy with some recent rules and regulations.
I think you've done enough in Sadanin, Outlander. I suggest you go. Really, Outlander, it's
Who are you looking at?
Welcome to our shop. Feel free to look around. Keep it down. We don't want to attract undue attention. But what happened? I thought I was supposed to go to the drop. You didn't come all this way just to give me my reward, did you? Already? Let me see. Oh, it's beautiful. I love working for the tribunal. It's so much better than trying to earn a living as a thief in Vivek City. But where's your helmet? I've never seen an ordinator out of uniform before. Oh, right. We're not supposed to talk about ordinators in the tribunal in such a public place. But it feels good to be doing holy work for a change. And such a simple task, snuffing out the lighthouse flame. I mean, Omsithi is the ending of words. Welcome to our shop. Oh, that was easy. I put a sleeping draught in the ale they ordered for Watch Captain Bethes's birthday. The garden.
Unfortunately, the wreck of the vessel provided no additional clues. Were you able to discover anything during your investigation? The young woman who works with the grocer. I doubt the tribunal would ask her to do something so reckless. Do you have any proof other than her word? This is disturbing. This parchment feels just like the sheets that Governor O'Melian special orders from High Rock. I'm going to need you to acquire another sample from the governor's office. It's the only way to be certain. Not if I don't want him to know I suspect that he's working with the slavers, or the tribunal, though I still consider that to be some sort of fabrication. Not the office. He keeps it in his private quarters, accessed through the guardhouse. But I'd never suggest that you sneak into his quarters and steal a blank sheet of his special parchment. That would be against the law. Do you understand me? back again. So tell me, you didn't do anything unlawful now, did you? That's odd. We haven't done a search of Firemoth Island since Governor O'Melian declared that the House Guard was better used patrolling farther up the coast. And these parchment sheets definitely match. This is very disturbing. What I think doesn't matter. We need evidence. But we also need to launch a rescue. Slavery is illegal in Pact territory. It's time to visit Firemoth Island. Attack before the soldiers have been assembled? That's not a prudent course of action. We need to muster our forces, make plans and contingencies, unlock the armory. What was that? That's a distress signal, and it came from Firemoth Island. No time to prepare. We have to rescue the slavers' prisoners. Soldiers, to the ships! We sail for Firemoth Island!
Well?
Thanks everybody. Check out the show. Watching not Legend of Drizzt. Watching Drizzt the Drow Ranger #5. Loosely based on the books by New York Times bestselling author Salvatore. It's a dedication to Drizzt Do'Urden, Dark Elf Ranger from the Dungeons & Dragons universe. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching.
Free, thanks to you. You arrived in the nick of time.
At last, I'm free.
I can't believe it. Free.
Someone attacked the governor. This guard will live. Did you find anything important on Firemoth Island? So the governor hoped to use the Morag Tong to cover his tracks, but this note just adds to the evidence you've already uncovered. Well done. You have provided a great service to Sedanin. I'll take it from here.
Deputy Governor.
Sergeant, where's Governor Emelian? What happened here?
The governor struck me from behind and fled.
The governor seeks to escape justice. Up!
I can't believe the governor was working with slavers. What an opportunistic cretin.
Sedanin is the preeminent port into Vardenfell. I process new arrivals so the tribunal knows who might be gallivanting across this fair land. Once, long ago in another life, I served as a clerk for the company right here in Vardenfell. For the most part. But sometimes it takes great effort not to strangle one or more of these pointy-eared blusterers. For
If the Vulcan...
Begat by precursor gods, come we now their creatures, embody splendor in your name, and wisdom in your features.
Short by more than a third. Someone is going to pay. That goes without question. But who? Oh, sorry. I'm a bit preoccupied. Did you need something? Oh, so you're going after them? That's great. That's great! Yes, anything I can do to help you. What do you want to know? I don't have much in the way of specifics, but the fact that the tax offices were raided in several regions in a relatively short period of time, I'd say they have numbers. Didn't they say? Why does no one read my reports? Pulk. I believe the thieves are hiding out in Pulk. Educated guess, mostly. It's an ideal location for the band of outlaws to hole up that's convenient to the regions that were robbed. What cinched it for me, though, was a witness who identified their leader as Brolsa Imlador. She's wanted in Zainab. Does seem odd, doesn't it? The first time, I thought it was an attempt to cover up fraud, but now I have another theory. I think the thieves are probing our records for wealthy marks. This could be the start of a rash of high-profile robberies.
By the sword I mean a sigh, by the word I mean the end.
Please help! Please help. You must help. Bandits. They attacked my father's wagon on the roads to Sauron. They're stealing everything we own. My father's a proud Mer. They may kill him. You have to...
Keep your weapons sheathed, citizen. The situation is well in hand, I assure you. Bandits. I commend you for springing to this mayor's defense, but you should be cautious. I'm investigating some irregularities in Suran's justice system. I fear the town's lead constable, Marshal Hularan, may be arresting people without cause. You did answer the call of a citizen in peril. Very well. I need evidence, testimony. Many of the Marshal's prisoners are toiling on plantations outside Suran. Talk to them. Gather some proof of Hularan's corruption. Then meet me at Ula's manor. The plantations are crawling with iron-howed mercenaries. I'll draw them away as best I can, but do hurry. Cold-hearted mercenaries. Swords for hire without virtue or scruple. They serve the plantation owners, and I suspect Marshal Hularan. Other than the fact that she's in charge of the constabulary? This is a Redoran city. House Redoran demands certainty in all things. Hularan's deputies won't sanction an arrest unless there is... Yes, precisely. Ah, you must be a recent arrival. I am called the Scarlet Judge, vanquisher of evil and guardian of the oppressed. I am this island's protector, bound by oath to avenge injustice and safeguard the helpless. No, my oath is of a personal nature. I revere the three, but my relationship with the rulers of Vardenfell is complex. Ordinators are bound by restrictive temple law. It makes them slow to action, clumsy. I have no such restrictions. I've been called savior and menace, hero and villain. If you'd call me a vigilante, then so be it. My only concern is the lives and welfare of those I protect.
working here. What's going on? Ha! They're working us like snowblind oxen, that's what's going on. You want to know more? Kill that smoke-skinned bastard Overseer Torvain. He's always itching to execute someone, and I think I'm next.
You think you can defy me? Fool! Another lazy slave, I'll kill you too! I'll beat you to a pulp! Join my other rebellious slaves!
Is Overseer Torvain really dead? Prisoner? Slave, more like. I swear I don't belong here. That Marshal, Hilaren, she says I murdered a beggar the day I arrived in Surin. I can't even bring myself to kill a fly, let alone a person. Master Kark's building a new prison in Suron, but it isn't finished yet. In the meantime, they make us work out here in the fields. Hilaren visits Kark's house twice a week. Maybe you can find something there. You have to get me out of here.
Well, I'll be a skeever's drunk auntie. Did you really cut down Overseer Torvain? Certainly. Falsely? Guess that's a matter of perspective. I punched a dark elf. But I promise you, that wormy little snowback had it coming. I'd punch him again if I got the opportunity. Well, maybe that someone was Master Arano. And maybe the punch broke his jaw in 3 places. But that's what he gets for asking me to service his gods. Lauren told me I can shorten my sentence by working here. You telling me different? Sure's blood. I knew that elf was skeeving me out. Oh, when I get my hands on her.
Hey Digital Gravy, thanks for the invite, man, but I farm pretty slow, especially during broadcasts. I really take my time, so I'm just gonna continue trekking on here solo, but thanks for watching though, thanks for your time.
Saw you strike down Overseer Torvain. Well fought, friend. If ever an elf had it coming, it was Torvain. I was taking a deposit to the bank. A week's worth of coin, fairly earned. Marshal Hilaren accosted me and seized it. Accused me of stealing from some farmer outside town. The farmer's dead, of course, but
Who needs witnesses when an orc's to blame? Maybe. These damn dark elves think I'm nothing but an animal. Some don't even think I can speak. Makes them careless around me. Mistress Dren's been shouting about the quality of her laborers. You might find something of value in her manner.
Ah, true to your word. I knew I could trust you. I led the Iron Hounds on a merry chase, and I doubt they'll stay scattered for long. What of your search? Did you find any evidence of Halaran's corruption? I see my faith in you was not misplaced. We will discuss your evidence and more, but not in this hall. You trusted me and helped me gather the evidence I needed. Now, I shall trust you with a secret I have carried for years. Come, follow me. My mentor used her wealth to better others, not herself. Having inherited her manor, I now do the same. This evidence proves Halaran's guilt, but there's no telling how deep the corruption goes. There's only one person I trust with this information, Constable Gretgar. I fear I must ask more of you. My observations of Halaran suggest paranoia bordering on obsession. If she suspects that anyone is moving against her, she'll no doubt summon her Iron Hounds. If a melee breaks out in Suran, innocents will suffer. That's something I can't abide. If Constable Gretgar's going to arrest the Marshal without a fight, we'll have to distract her mercenaries. I'll deal with the constables. You raid the Iron Hound camp in the Daedric ruins outside Suran. Burn their weapons and destroy their supplies.
Attack! Damn Salvatore! until we clean up this mess!
Ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Talenra, but my wife insists we try a real mage.
You there! You've been selected for a random search! Come here at once! Follow me quietly, away from the gates. We have a judge in common. This'll do. Just keep your voice down. Sorry about this cloak and dagger nonsense. I can't be seen talking to anyone even remotely suspicious right now. Marshal Lauren's watching me like a hawk. She's on the lookout for anyone who might be colluding with the Scarlet Judge. I'm a friend of House Redoran, but that'll only get you so far in this town, especially with Lauren's Iron Hounds prowling around. But look, we've got bigger problems. There was an ambush. Somehow Marshal Lauren found out the Scarlet Judge was coming. Must have been one of the plantation owners. Damn their eyes! I wasn't fast enough. They've jailed him. And if I know Halaran, they plan to do much worse. Halaran needs him to recant his accusations, publicly. Probably got one of her hounds working him over right now, trying to squeeze out a confession. The judge will hold out as long as he can, but everyone breaks eventually. I'd let you into the prison myself, but Halaran doesn't trust me with the keys. I've got the respect of her constables and the house. Constable Kren will snatch up a bribe without batting an eye. If you're short on coin, try convincing Surin's locksmith Remas to cut you a deal. Or you could talk to Dredini down at Desolace. She might know something. Just be discreet, all right? Oh, the judge and I go way back. The two of us, along with the former marshal, kept this town safe for decades. But when the marshal died and Halaran took over, well, everything sort of fell apart. Ha! Is that what we're calling him now? It wasn't too long ago slavery was legal in Morrowind. Buying and selling people was legal right here in Sura. That sound right to you? The judge keeps us honest. Sometimes the law just gets in the way.
Anyone who has House Dress's respect has mine.
Hey, who let you in here? I'm quite busy at the moment. Come back another time. I create a great many keys for a great many doors in Suran and beyond. I'm a well-respected craftsman. But wait, why do you care if I create keys for prisons? You'll find no prison keys here, you ruffian. Now, there's no need for violence. You're one of those iron hounds, aren't you? The pox on the lot of you. I have keys I made for the new recruits just this morning. Just take one and get out. If any-
You too? This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Talenra, but my wife insists we try a real mage.
There goes another client who's known me for years. Not a proper mage, they say. Rubbish! By Vec, if I get my hands on that fetcher from Somerset, I'll wring his scrawny golden neck. Just watching my business fall into ruin. People used to rely on me to heal their children and mend their injuries, but now it's all Menaldinian this and Menaldinian that. Damned guild lackey. He's even pinning up signs to slander my work. The Cretan's saying I'm not a mage, but I am. I just happen to love alchemy. He must think there's a lot of coin to be made here. The fool. If I get my hands on him, I'll... Sorry. Dark elf temper. It's just that this business is my life. Thank you for helping me, Sarah. Honestly, it means a lot. The rascal's name is Menaldinian. You'll find him sliming around that new shop of his, the Gauche High Elf Clinic just south of here. I thought a fellow mage would have more respect. Oh, he started out all sweetness, invited me to tea, asked about my business, even brought a copy of my latest book, Tea and Tisane for Aches and Pains. I can't believe I fell for his act. I doubt it. But my mother taught me I should always give people a chance to make amends. It helps ease the conscience after we wreak our revenge. My mother was a very colorful woman. What? Healers aren't permitted to deal out a bit of payback every now and then? I'm a dark elf. Grim talk is the official language of Morrowind, and vengeance is the national pastime. A shame, though. He's really quite handsome for an old man. I am. Quite highly ranked, too. Surprised? Not every Telvanni mage hides away in a mushroom. Many of us enjoy the company of our neighbors, until they start abandoning us for some insufferable mages guild peacock. Alchemy teaches us the hidden potential of everyday things, turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. People step over miracles all the time. Mushrooms that can ease a cough or grasses that can mend a wound.
Alchemy finds power in the mundane.
Yes, I suppose you've come for a consultation. What is it? Unsightly warts? Poor eyesight? Flat feet, perhaps? You poor thing. Did one of her bizarre herbal cures cause worse pains than it cured? Honestly, I've given some thought to drafting a letter to the Archmage of the Guild. These herbalists and hedge witches really need some proper training. Of course not! Wait, are you another one of these bark-munching herbal apologists? Telenra's teas are not remedies. I'm sure she makes a delicious marinade and some very fine scented lotions for the ladies, but I'd hardly call that medicine. None. Now, see here, if she sent you to fish for an apology, she won't get it. I'll not apologize for the truth. Alchemy is a peasant science. Sheer quackery! Now go, and take this silly book with you. I'm sick of it cluttering up my shelf.
Let me guess. Menaldinian was an insufferable ass and refused to apologize. Did he now? Well, he'll certainly regret that. I've cooked up a wonderful plan to teach him the value of alchemy, but I'll need your help. What do you say? Up for a bit of poetic justice? Oh, come on now. I'm not going to poison him. I'm going to brew a potion that requires precise timing and freshly harvested lichen. The one that grows at the base of the Emperor Parasols. If you gather the lichen, I can focus on the instruments. Meet me near Menaldinian's house and we'll put my plan into action.
What is it?
My friend, I see Constable Gretka found you. Please, forgive me if I don't stand up. The Marshal's henchman broke my knees as soon as I arrived. It's good to meet you, face to face. I wish it was under better circumstances. One of them. The people of Vardenfell see the Judge as one immortal guardian. But in truth, many warriors have taken up the cowl. I was just the most recent. These knees, though. I fear my heroics are at an end.
It's time to pass on the mantle. To you, of course. Well, don't act so surprised. You've proven to be a capable warrior and a friend to the downtrodden and oppressed. Oh, Vardenfell needs a Scarlet Judge. I can think of no one worthier. Unfortunately, my regalia is no longer here. Warden Libo, the prisoner's overseer, took it as a trophy. While they were interrogating me, I heard him mention a hunting trip to Lake Canabia. Find Libo and you'll find the judge's regalia. Once you don the cowl, seek out Constable Gretko. I am not. To the people of Vardenfell, the Scarlet Judge is legendary, supernatural. He can appear anywhere at any time, or even many places at once. They think it wizardry. Of course, the truth is far simpler. Exactly. We're a small and diffuse group. When age or injury prove too much for us, we pass on the mantle. The legendary Avona Ulis mentored me. She protected the people of Morrowind for over 40 years. We battled together for 12. Sadly, she passed on years ago. A poisoned blade. It was a very dark time. But as she lay there dying, she charged me with protecting the helpless, just as I charge you now. The Scarlet Judge fights on. A doughty and heroic escape. Usually I'd jump at the opportunity, but no, friend. Dragging a cripple out of here only increases the chance you'll be captured. Your mission is too important. So long as I'm here, Ilaran's guard remains down. There will be more torture, no doubt. I'm not so foolish as to think I can keep silent forever. But I'm certain.
as I hunt bigger game today.
I'd like to still thank anybody who's checked out today's broadcast, show, stream. You've been watching Drizzt Drizzt the Drow Ranger, number 5, loosely based on the books by New York Times bestselling author R.A. Salvatore. This broadcast and channel is an overall dedication to Drizzt Do'Urden, a Dark Elf Ranger from the Dungeons & Dragons universe, hoping that within my lifetime I will see a true-to-heart Legend of Drizzt video game. We're just going to finish this mission and wrap up this chapter. But thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Hope you're a fan of Drizzt. There's some pretty amazing books out there. I'm not a big reader. I'm more of a video game player, but these books are awesome. So much more potential than Lord of the Rings, and could be the next biggest thing to Lord of the Rings. Hopefully one day Mr. Salvatore finds the right team to either do an animated series very similar to the comic books that were done about a decade after some of his first books were made, which I highly recommend. That was the first thing I ever saw, was the comic book translation of the first 6 books. And then hopefully they do an animated series where they can do as much of the books as possible, and then maybe some movies if they find the right people, or just like a computer animated movie. I think that would be awesome.
Now there's a sight for sore eyes. The Scarlet Judge returns. You wear it well. Better than Melar even. But don't tell him I said that. Shaw's bones, he's a stubborn one. Well, let's make sure he doesn't suffer in vain, hey? Halaran's gotten sloppy since Melar's capture. A combination of paranoia and misguided relief, I guess. She's making mistakes. Now's the time to act. I did some snooping of my own while you were gone. According to Constable Kren, Halaran ordered Ananias egg mine sealed today. Bet you a pint that Halaran's meeting with her plantation allies in that mine. She's probably carrying your evidence, too. The front gates are barred from the inside, but there's an old service door near the back. It just so happens Dradini had a spare key to sell. Sneak in the back of the mine and recover that evidence. I'll meet you out front, ready to arrest Halaran.
Alright, thanks everybody again. Catch you on the next episode. Find out what happens with Constable Gretka. Take care. Well met. Good farming.